You walk into a grocery store. You head to the seafood section. You see salmon. You see tuna. You see cod, shrimp, maybe some tilapia, and you think that's just how it is. That's just the ocean. But here is something nobody ever tells you. There are over 33,000 species of fish on this planet, and humans regularly eat fewer than 20 of them. That means we are ignoring 99% of everything the ocean has to offer, and the reason why is not what you think. Most people assume we just eat what's available, or what tastes best. But the truth is far darker than that. Some of those fish would destroy your body from the inside. Some would kill you before you even left the dinner table. And some were eaten by ancient humans once, and then never touched again. This is the story of why the ocean is full of food we will never, ever eat. And it secretly reveals something terrifying about the world beneath the waves. Stay till the end, because the last part will change how you think about the ocean forever. Let's start with the number, 33,000. That is how many species of fish exist on this planet. To put that in perspective, that is more species than all mammals, birds, and reptiles combined. The ocean is not a desert. It is a jungle, a massive, teeming, impossibly dense world of life. And yet when scientists analyzed global seafood consumption, they found something shocking. Just 10 species make up more than 90% of all the seafood humans eat. 10 out of 33,000. Salmon, tuna, cod, pollock, shrimp, tilapia, catfish, crab, herring, anchovies. That is basically the whole list. Everything else, every strange fin, every deep-sea creature, every colorful reef fish is off the menu. But why? Here is the first reason, and it is a brutal one. Some fish in the ocean are poisonous. Not obviously, not visibly, but lethally, invisibly poisonous. There is a condition called Ciguatera poisoning. You have probably never heard of it, but it has been tormenting humans for thousands of years. Here is how it works. Certain reef fish, barracuda, snapper, grouper, amberjack, feed on smaller fish that eat toxic algae. That toxin does not hurt the fish. It builds up quietly in their flesh, invisibly, and then a human eats it. Within hours, your body starts behaving in a way that sounds impossible. Cold things feel burning hot. Your fingertips tingle and go numb. Your muscles ache like you have run a marathon. Your heart beats irregularly. In severe cases, paralysis sets in. The terrifying part? You cannot detect Ciguatera by smell. You cannot detect it by taste. You cannot cook it out. Heat does absolutely nothing. And there is no antidote. The World Health Organization estimates that around 50,000 people are poisoned by Ciguatera every single year. 50,000. And because there is no way to test for it before eating, entire categories of reef fish are quietly avoided. Not by law, by memory, by generations of humans learning the hard way. The ocean taught our ancestors this lesson once. They never forgot it. But that is only half the story. Here is the second layer. Even the fish that are not immediately poisonous can still destroy your body. Just slowly. This is called bioaccumulation. Imagine a tiny shrimp that absorbs a small amount of mercury from the water. A small fish eats 100 shrimp. A bigger fish eats 100 small fish. A shark eats 100 big fish. Every step up the food chain, the mercury concentrates. By the time a large predator sits at the top, its flesh can contain mercury levels hundreds of times higher than the water around it. This is why health agencies around the world formally warn pregnant women not to eat shark, swordfish, king mackerel, or tilefish. The FDA issued these warnings after studies confirmed it. The bigger the fish, the more dangerous it becomes. This single biological fact wiped entire categories of ocean life off the human menu forever. Shark fins aside, even shark meat is so loaded with mercury and urea that regular consumption causes serious neurological damage. Ancient coastal communities knew to avoid certain fish. They just did not know why. Now we do, and what we found is far worse than they imagined. But here is where it gets truly strange. Because some fish do not poison you slowly. They destroy you quickly, in a very specific, very humiliating way. Meet the escaler. It is a sleek, beautiful deep water fish, sometimes sold in restaurants as white tuna. It looks clean. It tastes rich and buttery, and it was briefly popular in the United States. But Japan banned it in 1977. Italy banned it in 2002. Why? Escalor contains something called gempilotoxin. It is a wax ester, a type of fat that your body simply cannot break down. Your digestive system has no enzyme for it, so your body's solution is immediate and violent. Within hours of eating a scholar, most people experience what doctors describe as spontaneous, uncontrollable, oily gastrointestinal discharge. The fish earned a nickname in food circles: the castor oilfish. Some people describe a single serving as one of the worst experiences of their lives. The fish was not trying to hurt you. Its body simply stores a fat that the human gut was never built for. Evolution never prepared you for it. And this is not an isolated case. Dozens of deep-sea fish contain compounds, enzymes, and fats that human digestion was simply never designed to handle. The ocean evolved these creatures for a world your body knows nothing about. Speaking of the deep sea, let us talk about where most of the ocean's life actually lives, because you are only seeing the surface. The ocean covers 70% of the Earth, and 95% of its total volume lies in the deep sea, below 200 meters. Down there it is pitch black. The pressure would crush a human body in seconds. The temperature hovers just above freezing, and the creatures that live there look alien. Blobfish, barrel eyes, fang-toothed fish, viperfish. You have seen the photos. They look like nightmares. But here is the thing nobody tells you. The deep sea is not just inaccessible, it is actually inedible. Many deep-sea fish have mushy, gelatinous flesh. Their bodies are adapted to extreme pressure environments. The moment they are pulled to the surface, that pressure drops. Their cells begin to break down. Their flesh becomes soft and waterlogged. Some species dissolve almost entirely within hours of death. Scientists who have attempted to eat deep-sea specimens describe the texture as similar to wet tissue paper. The ocean contains an entire parallel world of life, and none of it is on your plate, because it was never meant to be. So why do we eat the 20 species we do? The answer is not really about taste, it is about survival economics. The fish humans eat, salmon, tuna, cod, herring, all share common traits. They swim in large, dense schools near the surface. They are easy to catch in high volumes. Their flesh is dense, calorie-rich, and shelf-stable when dried or salted. Ancient fishing communities around the world independently converged on the same small group of species, because those were the ones that made the risk of going to sea worth it. Early European explorers describing the North Atlantic cod fishery said the fish were so dense you could almost walk across them. That is why cod became a global staple for centuries. Not because it was the tastiest fish in the sea, because it was the most catchable. The same logic applied everywhere humans touched the ocean. What ended up on our plates is not the best the ocean offers. It is the most economically rational subset a person with a hand-woven net could pull from the water 10,000 years ago, and we have simply never revisited that decision. And here is the part that stays with you. Right now, the ocean is in crisis. The 20 species we chose, out of 33,000, are being fished to collapse. North Atlantic cod populations crashed so dramatically in the 1990s that Canada shut down the entire fishery, a fishery that had fed Europe for 500 years. Bluefin tuna populations have dropped by over 90% since industrial fishing began. Wild salmon runs are at historic lows across the Pacific. And yet, we are surrounded by 32,980 other species. Many of them abundant. Many of them nutritious. Many of them sitting completely untouched beneath the surface. We built our food system 10,000 years ago. We chose our fish based on what a person with a simple net could drag from shallow water. And we never changed our minds. Not because the ocean ran out of options, but because we never thought to look beyond the 20 we already knew. The ocean did not fail us. We just stopped asking what else was out there. Right now, in cold, dark water, in places no net has ever reached, in schools of millions that no human has ever seen. The rest of the ocean is still waiting. We just forgot it existed. And the question is whether we remember in time.